Financial freedom is a lot like building a rocket. In the early stages, it's difficult enough just to make sure the rocket doesn't blow up, let alone take off and travel the cosmos. After enough research and development, time and money investment, and disciplined action, your financial spaceship can take you as far as the universe extends. In this video, we're going to take a look at the 7 levels of financial freedom through dividend investing, inspired by the FIRE movement and Grant Sabatier's Financial Freedom. We'll cover each level in detail and how to get out of the level you're in to advance your finances closer to freedom. If you enjoy this content, please give us a like and subscribe to the channel, and make sure you turn on notifications to get notified every time we publish a new video. Most people don't realize that when Elon Musk started SpaceX, the first 3 Falcon launches were complete and total failures. The rockets exploded. Your finances may be in a similar position, struggling to make it off the ground. This is a level Grant calls clarity. This level is characterized by extremely low income below subsistence, mounting debt, necessary support from family and friends. You might not even have a job. Without intervention, this can devolve into full-blown destitution and possible homelessness. This is not a place you want to be for long. I personally believe anyone at this level has either been dealt a really bad hand or lacks discipline. If you find yourself here, you need a plan and a dedication to improving your financial habits. Creating a spreadsheet to track your debt and expenses can be really helpful in knowing exactly where you are and where you want to go financially. Read Atomic Habits by James Clear and You're the Fucking Problem by Adam Marburger. Once you figure out how to keep your rocket from blowing up, you move on to the launch pad. You're self-sufficient, making just enough to cover your expenses without the help of others. This level is characterized by a steady job and decreasing debt, living paycheck to paycheck. This isn't the best place to be, but many Americans find themselves stuck here for most of their lives. In fact, according to Lending Club, about 60% of US adults live paycheck to paycheck. Many think that simply earning more money would solve this problem, but over 40% of high-income consumers also report living paycheck to paycheck, indicating this is more an issue of financial habits, not income. That being said, at this stage, it's a good idea to start looking at ways to increase your income. Education has gotten a bad rap lately, but investing in an online certification course can go a long way towards increasing your take-home pay. Don't buy a $1,000 guru course. Spend $40 per month on Coursera and your ROI will be much, much higher. Getting a hold of your spending, increasing your income, and avoiding lifestyle inflation are the keys to getting off the launch pad and letting your financial freedom lift off. Read Psycho-Cybernetics by Maxwell Maltz and Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. The next level involves creating some breathing room in your finances and a little bit of space between your rocket and the launch pad. If you've gotten your spending under control and you're making more than your living expenses, you've officially lifted off. Congratulations. I don't think it's necessary to have all your debt paid off at this point, but your debt load is significantly decreased. With the extra wiggle room, you're now able to save money and build up an emergency fund with the goal of saving at least 6 months worth of expenses. There's some debate as to whether an emergency fund should be purely cash or a combination of cash and investments. I think this is a personal choice based on your risk tolerance and the liquidity of your investments. If you need the money right away, having cash is obviously more convenient. But if you're able to wait a few days and can tolerate the possibility of your emergency fund fluctuating with the market, perhaps you could keep some or all of your funds in your brokerage account. Just be sure to conduct due diligence on the tax implications of removing this money, especially if it's a retirement account. The key to exiting this level is consistency. You're in a spot that will naturally create wealth if you're able to maintain it. The biggest killers here are lifestyle inflation and lapses in discipline. Read 12 Rules for Life by Jordan Peterson. Now you're off the launching pad and entering low Earth orbit. This is a place of stability and rising assurance in your financial position, characterized by no high-interest debt, 6 months worth of living expenses saved, and more than a 10% buffer in your income over your living expenses, all of which you're investing. You may even have a small amount of dividend income if you've allocated some of your emergency fund to stocks. This is a huge milestone for so many people. The average debt load in the United States is over $100,000, including mortgages. Over half of all Americans have at least $5,000 in credit card debt, $20,000 in auto loan debt, $17,000 in personal loan debt, and nearly $40,000 in student loan debt. Paying all this off is a huge deal, and if you're here, you should be very pleased and relieved. At this point, you should start to think about how your investments are going to produce income. Once you're able to direct more focus to your investment strategy, I would recommend spending a lot of time learning different investment strategies and set up habits that will help you grow your passive income and your net worth. Read Get Rich with Dividends by Mark Lichtenfeld and The Intelligent Investor by Benjamin Graham. Now that you're out of debt and saving a substantial portion of your income, it's only a matter of time before things really get moving. Your rocket has left Earth far behind, and in the porthole you can see the red Martian planet rolling by. This fifth level of financial freedom is characterized by a marked increase in flexibility. You have at least 2 years worth of expenses saved up and your portfolio is growing fast. At this point, your dividend portfolio is producing a significant amount of income, maybe even more than you were making at the first level, but still not enough to live on. This stage is exciting for me because you can start to see and plan for a realistic endgame. The key to moving past this level is a commitment to constant learning and the further development of your discipline. It may be easy to think that you can coast at this stage, and many people do, but turning up the heat at this level can produce outsized results. Read Can't Hurt Me by David Goggins and Discipline Equals Freedom by Jocko Willink. The sixth stage is true financial independence. In your rocket, you kick back and enjoy the distant glow of the sun as you exit the solar system. Your investments are generating more in income than you currently spend. Maybe you have a job, maybe not, but you by no means need one. The level of freedom this creates is hard to overstate. You no longer rely on anyone for anything, not your parents, your kids, employer, no one. This level can take many years to reach and looks very different for everyone. It's highly dependent on your lifestyle and the cost of living in your area. The average annual household spend in the US is about $61,000. However, in California, this increases by more than 37% to about $84,000 per year. In Alabama, the cost of living is about 12% less than average at $54,000 per year. A portfolio with an average 4% dividend yield would need more than $2.1 million to cover expenses in California, compared to only $1.4 million in Alabama. If you can reduce your yearly spend even further by paying down your mortgage, eliminating auto loan debt, and spending frugally, you could get by on an even lower portfolio value retiring in a low cost of living area. You could very well stop here, but there's one more level to strive for. Reaching the next level requires a shift in mindset, primarily in the way you generate income. I don't think it's possible to create generational wealth through a typical 9-to-5 job, so a business or a high-income career path is required. Read Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill and Tax-Free Wealth by Tom Wheelwright. For some, financial freedom is not enough, and only abundance will do. In this final stage, you have more money than you know what to do with and passive income great enough to live opulently for the rest of your life. Your rocket is cruising at light speed, whisking you away to whatever galaxy strikes your fancy next. An extravagant lifestyle obviously looks different to everyone, but some key indicators of this level might be the house of your dreams, the exact car you want to drive, international travel, and fine dining on a weekday. In all honesty, this isn't for everyone. The amount of time, level of commitment, and income required to reach this goal puts it out of reach for most people. People who reach abundance on this scale are typically business owners, high-income careerists like doctors, lawyers, or financiers, or trust fund babies. If this final stage is your goal, know it will likely take a lifetime of work, dedication, and sacrifice. Personally, I value my time, freedom, and my youth more than my lifestyle, so I'd likely choose to stop at the last level and write off a minimal amount of assets earlier in life. Read the Bible. Thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed this content, please give us a like and consider subscribing to the channel, and leave a comment to let us know what you think. Till next time, stay safe and take it easy.